projection has to be in becoming aware of what we are perceiving, what we are projecting. We need to be aware that what we are seeing is a projection, and we need to be able to remove that from the world, not believe it. If we don't become aware that we are doing this, we will destroy the planet.
We were saying how very important it is to bring about in the human mind the radical revolution. The crisis is a crisis in consciousness. A crisis that cannot anymore accept the old norms, the old patterns.
The problem is that these are unconscious beliefs. They're automatic, they're automated. So they function at the level of one can almost call it an unconscious expectation. And that's why we're not aware that we are creating. We are constantly creating. We will inevitably end up encountering what we look for.
It is the act of consciousness that actually creates the building block the universe is made of. I can't imagine a universe that exists without us, because it's the act of us observing the world around us that is creating, allowing us to create as we go in a participatory universe. We may never find the edge of our universe as we're looking to define what this universe looks like. We may never find the smallest particle in the quantum world to see what this stuff is that we're made out of. And the reason is because everywhere we look, everywhere that consciousness explores with the expectation that something will be there, that exploration, that act of looking, observation, is the act that creates something for us to see. That we are actually building this universe as we go.
Consciousness is the programming language of the universe. We are consciousness conductors. That's what we do. That's who we are. Consciousness comes through us. It emanates from us. We are the creators. We are the ones who are targeted on this planet because we are the ones who transmit the reality just like everybody else does. If you switch your brain off and you are sucked into the mainstream media illusion, we must understand that we are being used because we create reality. So if we are manipulated in a certain way, and if we are modulated in a certain way, then our creation becomes not ours but somebody else's.
And what happens if we all do it? Everyone in this room decides to take control of reality. I'm talking about reality, I'm talking about quantum physics, I'm talking about taking control of things from the quantum level up, from the molecular level up, and it works. What are things we're actually dealing with is as I say, some kind of operating system.
The origins of psychological warfare were in Nazi Germany, and in the Nazi ideology they had something that was called Weltanschauungskrieg, which means worldview warfare. The idea for them was imposing the Nazi worldview on the countries that they had occupied. The Americans picked up this idea, created an American version of it, and called that psychological warfare.
This is an unconscious process because we tend to experience a sense of separateness. When we observe, we tend to experience this creational process as if it is not of our creation, but we are creating. And eventually, what we are going to understand is that belief is the big thing. Whatever you fundamentally believe, you are going to create.
Is not the father. Mario, you are not the father. Timbu